I deal with 90% of the worst people, 90% of the time, 10% worse people, okay?
Yes, yeah, I understand. Your sense of trust is gone completely.
No, it's not there.
But I'm asking you to obey the law. I'm asking you to obey the law.
I am obeying the law.
No, you are not. You do not have a reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Yes, I do.
What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I am about to commit, have committed, or will commit a crime?
You are in an area.
What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed, will commit, or about to commit a crime? No, sir, I'm not.
Hey guys, welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. This video comes to you from a channel called Insanity's Edge, and I'm going to read to you what he put in his description. I was out killing some time today playing an online GPS-based game in the middle of running some errands. The game is only played when stopped, not while driving. While stopped in a residential area near where I was going, I was approached by a corporal of the Blount County Sheriff's Department in East Tennessee. He didn't like that I was parked near his house and wanted to flex. He informed me that since I don't live there, I can't be there. He did not care it was a public street in an open subdivision. He made it quite clear that Americans are not allowed freedom of travel. I should have asked if that pertains to freedom of travel in any neighborhood or just his. The video starts about 2 minutes into our interaction. He asked me what I was doing and I told him I was playing the game. As I saw where this was going, I asked him about getting his body camera, to which he replied, "It's at the office. Gee, a lot of fucking good it does there." So at that point, I immediately started my video. To the corporal's credit, at least he knew enough to know that I had a right to record, despite the fact that Tennessee is still one of the states where it hasn't been affirmed in the court. He asked for ID, which I refused, as this was not a traffic stop. I was parked in the area that's not restricted to parking. I am familiar with the only code I can find dealing with providing ID, which is 7-3-505, and it states, "When any police or peace officer of a metropolitan government or any employee of a metropolitan government authorized to enforce ordinances, laws, or regulations of the metropolitan government or charged with the duty to serve civil or criminal process ask the violator for identification for the purpose of issuing a citation or civil warrant to that person, the failure to produce or give such identification shall be grounds for the violator to be arrested by an officer authorized to make arrests pursuant to Title 40, Chapter 7. In such event, the violator shall be arrested, transported to the police station or jail, booked, photographed, and fingerprinted for identification purposes, and thereafter shall be served with a citation or civil warrant and released from custody without being required to post a bond." As I wasn't being issued a citation or civil warrant, I refused. Later in the video, I did feel I had to give my ID over a registration error. I don't know if that registration error was a citable offense, and as I was unsure, decided better safe than sorry. That being said, while keeping a civilized tone, this corporal is either totally ignorant of the basic rights afforded to citizens or a fucking liar. As SCOTUS has ruled, cops can lie in the course of doing their job. Regardless, his orders and beliefs were downright tyrannical, as evidenced in the video. He called in several other officers, so I believe we had a total of 3 vehicles for somebody playing the game. As I am not an auditor, I didn't think to do a lot of things I should have done. That being said, I still wanted to get this out to the auditing community because I believe everyone will agree that Corporal Gallo's actions and statements were completely unreasonable. His stated beliefs towards the end of the video on providing ID seem highly suspect, and I really wish I had thought to have asked him for the code. I can't find anything like that he was talking about, so I believe it's bullshit, but I know enough to know where I stand on the Dunning-Kruger scale. So if anyone can enlighten me on some codes I may have missed, I'd appreciate it. I will also certainly be asking about that when I file my complaint. If anyone decides to contact the Blount County Sheriff's Office or the Mayor's Office, I do ask that you please be respectful. It's not the person who answers the phone's fault. As I stated in the video, I will be following up with the Office of Professional Standards regarding the ridiculous rules this corporal thinks he can make up. I don't have high hopes for anything, but if anything is done, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket that day. Here's your video, folks.
We've had thefts in this community, okay? You can do that if you want to.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Simple. We've had thefts in the community, okay? And you don't live here.
Do you have a reasonable suspicion?
The reasonable suspicion is that the possibility that you could be a thief in this area.
I have explained to you what I'm doing.
I want to know who I'm dealing with. You could be an axe murderer. Okay.
So could you?
Yeah. No, not in my uniform.
Yes,
I'm
you
at
could.
work. No.
No. There have been plenty of cases where officers have broken the law.
Okay.
Let's not pretend. Nobody is perfect.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm asking you for your so you can show me your identity, and I can walk away from here and give you your identification right back to you, and we'll be done.
Are you issuing me a
Not right
civil
this second.
citation?
No, not this second.
Am I being detained, or am I free
You're
to
not
go?
being detained. You can leave if you want to. Yes.
Okay, thank you. But if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
No, you're not free to stay.
Yes, I am.
Because you're
is this a
suspicious.
public street?
You're suspicious in this area.
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting ready to go in this lady's house and steal anything.
You have
or
approached
this lady's
me.
house or anything.
You
okay?
have approached me.
You want to leave?
You have
You got one or
approached
two
me.
options. You can leave.
You have approached me, and I have explained what I am doing. I am playing a game on my phone. So
That's
you think
just
I'm a
your
liar?
excuse.
So I'm a liar then.
Let me tell you this, okay? You're saying I deal with 90% of the worst people. 90% of the time, 10% worse people. Okay.
Yes, yeah, I understand. Your sense of trust is gone completely.
No, it's not there.
But I'm asking you to obey the law. I'm asking you to obey the law.
I am obeying the law.
No, you are not. You do not have a reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Yes, I do.
What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I am about to commit, have committed, or will commit a crime?
You are in an area.
What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed, will commit, or about to commit a crime? No, sir, I'm not.
Stay there.
Now am I being detained, sir?
All right, boss. Now you're in violation of traffic law. On top of being in a neighborhood where you don't live. You live on Ridge Street, right?
Which traffic law am I in violation of, sir?
You're violation of registration right now.
How so?
Because this is on a white minivan and the tag comes back to a green car.
Well, I can't. That's what we were issued. But if I'm in violation, please issue me a
Let me
citation.
see your registration, proof of insurance, and ID.
Can I get in my thing?
Yep, go ahead.
No, you can come around.
Show that I only have my video from my vehicle. He's not gonna roll it down. He's wanting to argue the point about everything. He sits here in front of
No,
people's
I just
houses
want
and
you
he
to
don't
obey
live
the
here.
law.
It has nothing to do with obeying the law.
Yes, it does.
The law
I'm
has
on
to
a
do
public
with-
street.
Yeah, you're on a public street, but you don't live here.
So
you just
what?
sitting in front of somebody's house. I don't know if you're getting ready to take something out of this lady's
And
house.
I don't know
or
if you're
you just
getting ready to
rolled her
shoot
into
me,
it.
which is why I put the video camera on.
If you feel like that, then oh well, so be it. Thank you. Sit tight a second, sir.
I'm not going anywhere. And when y'all are done, please wipe your fingerprints off my car.
Sir, your insurance is expired. It says 5/23/2021. At least this card is.
Let me find the correct insurance then.
Okay. If you get it, just hold it out the window and one of these deputies will get it from you. You put in your car.
Yes, sir.
Get your registration back.
Thank you.
All I wanted to do was make sure you
I
said you
understand that,
Okay.
but what does my ID have to do with making sure the area is safe?
Okay.
Is the area any more safer now that you've identified me?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you how.
Okay.
The explanation that I'm fixing to give you is the reason why I do what I do. Okay, this area, now that I have your ID, the area, if something does happen, something could happen, there's a possibility of a already known suspect now that was in the area prior to anything happening. So if something happens tonight or the next day or something like that, who's the strange people in the area? That would be you, okay? We will come and talk to you. We will commit an
Well, that's fine. Why don't you come and talk to me when you have suspicion of an actual crime?
Sir,
Sitting on the side of the road is not suspicion of a crime.
Yes,
This is a road. What crime is sitting on a public road?
Anybody in this subdivision?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay. Why aren't you sitting in front of their house?
Because I already sat in front of their house. I explained to you this is a GPS game. You understand GPS, I know.
I understand GPS, and I understand people doing all these games. But if you want to be hard with me as far as
I'm not trying to be hard. I want you to obey the law.
I am doing the law.
No, you as a corporal.
Is my duty.
Bull. As a corporal,
I'm glad you know my job better than I do.
I don't know your job better than you do, but I do know the statute for identify. I was not committing a.
The statute for identifying yourself is anybody over the age of 18 has to have a document in their possession of who they are at all times.
But I don't have to give it to you.
When you are asked and requested by a officer,
unless you are issuing me a civil or a criminal citation,
anything,
then this is Nazi Germany.
I can ask for your identification at any given time.
Sure, you can ask for it, but I'm not legally required to give it to you.
I'm happy you feel that way. Have a good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. You too.
Please move on.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
I'm going to ask you to leave this area, please.
Are you asking me or ordering me?
I'm asking you to leave there.
Are you asking me or ordering me?
I'm asking you to leave
If you are ordering me, I will leave. If you are asking me, I would stay. I'd like to stay.
I'm ordering you to leave there.
Thank you very much. I will certainly leave. Please wipe y'all's fingerprints off the back of my car.
Now, calm down, everybody. We got to let you know that we've investigated ourselves and cleared ourselves of any wrongdoing. Come on, we already know how the police do. When they investigate themselves, they always find no wrongdoing. And even if they do find any wrongdoing, they'll say that the police officer acted on his own. It does not reflect on the department standards, which is a bunch of crap. You guys already know. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you guys don't miss my next video. Go subscribe to Insanity's Edge's channel and let them know San Joaquin sent you. I'll see you in his comment section. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.